Hey guys, quickly before we start, I want to say thank you for your support from last video. It means a lot. Also, subscribe to TOS Talks Moments. That's where we'll post shorter clips, animated and not animated, from our episodes. Also, starting after this episode, we'll be posting full-length videos instead of parts, so they might only end up being about an hour and a half long or less, or they might be up to 2 hours, it depends. The link will be in the description. And as I promised, here's part 2. Subscribe.
So, Scott says, I'm still upset at you about everything, and I'm bothered by the fact that you just got mad the second I started to criticize you, and you
I've
just
seen the
ignored
screenshot.
everything I said.
You get mad when I criticize you.
And
That's a
saying
lie.
that stuff took a lot of courage, and okay, wait, before I get really deep into this, I don't remember, I think it was definitely over summer. Tell me why he's trying to criticize my art
The not
when he,
artist criticizing an
Hey,
artist.
yes,
hey, your art
yes,
sucks. Oh, why are you getting mad that I'm telling you your
okay,
art sucks?
I was, okay, of course, I try
You
to take
should tell him his
criticism
demos sucked.
I
Oh my
tried
god,
Should've.
he would go livid.
to improve, but it was not very constructive. And he straight up said, like in the middle of it, he was like, "Your friend's art straight up looks like a 5-year-old drew." I'm like, "Whoa, why did
It
you even
looks
bring my friends
good.
into this? Why did
Yeah, I
you
don't
even
know.
bring my
Did
friends
he
into
know
this?"
that?
He didn't can't critique any form of art. I don't think he knows how to do any of it.
Yeah, he doesn't know art good enough to criticize anybody.
Exactly. Okay. So I'm just gonna reread the text because I got a little lost there. Okay, Scott says, I'm upset at you about everything, and I'm still bothered by the fact that you just got mad the second I started to criticize you, and you just ignored everything I said. And saying that stuff took a lot of courage. I wanted to talk to you about that for a long time, and every time I brought it up, you just get really defensive and upset, projecting. And now I don't think I'll ever be able to come to you about stuff that bothers me, and I'm genuinely scared to bring up stuff that bothers me to anyone. And I said, I know, and to be honest, I don't know what else to do about it. I'm sorry that I did that, and I'm sorry that I let you down. I already gave my apologies and said what I did, and I don't know what else to say or do. I'm sorry that it all happened. And he says, now you just make me feel like this is my fault and you did this stuff. It's my fault for being scared of you lashing out at me again. It's my fault for finally putting myself first. And I said, no, it's not. And he said, then what are you saying? And I said, I'm apologizing for what I did, and I don't know what else to do to fix it. And he said, show me that you care. Don't say it. Just show it. And I swear to God, if you do anything that makes me feel lesser, I'm leaving. I said, okay. And he said, is that all you have to say?
It's giving manipulator. Oh my god.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If you think
Scott,
I'm leaving, I'm
Dude,
leaving. Yeah,
Scott-
that was a lie.
dude, Scott
Ivan,
is one of the biggest manipulators.
I can send
Holy,
you these
I think he
screenshots
knows
if
it.
you
I
want to
think he
edit them
knows it
in.
now.
Yes.
Sure, sure, I'll do. I remember him sending me these screenshots and be like, it's just probably being a bit harsh. I don't think it was that serious.
And I said, look, I don't really know what to say without fear of it coming out as wrong and a misunderstanding happening again. And I'm so tired of all that. So I'm sorry. That's all I can say from now on. That's all I can say. From now on, I'll try my best to show you. Sorry, I'm cringing. For, sorry that
Audibly cringing.
Audibly cringing.
that I've been forgetful these past few days of messaging you. Midterms are coming up, and I'm in junior year, and I'm studying hard, so I'm a bit tired. I'll try to message you every day, but but I will forget some too sometimes, and I'm sorry. I think this was in yeah, this was in like
Wait, was
October.
that
Yeah,
you
yeah, this was
talking or him? Was that
oh,
you
that was
talking
me.
or
That
him?
was me. That was me.
Okay.
No, it's still
Midterms
the
are
busiest year of your life, or what's supposed to be the busiest high school year. And he's still talking about
yes.
want to hang out.
Yes. He said, "Okay, you don't have to do that." And I said, "Okay, I'll message you when I can then." And he says, is this genuinely what you wanted to say?" And I said, "Yes." But it was not. I wanted to tell him to leave me the alone. He says, "It sounded like there's something else you wanted to say." And I said, "No, that's all. Genuinely." He said, "Okay. I don't want to force you to be my friend if you don't want to be. I don't want talking to me to become a chore. It's
Okay,
been
then
a
go
chore,
away.
buddy."
The
Then
door is
go
It's
away.
been a
open.
full-time job this whole time.
You actually been closed in. He actually just
Bro,
opened the door for you.
Rachel, you should have been paid. You
I
should have
know.
been paid.
I
Oh my
know. He
gosh.
says, because it seems like you're already bothered by me. And I said, it's okay,
Oh
genuinely.
really?
I'm sorry it sounded like that. And he said, okay, sorry if I just came off as rude. I'm just sick of constantly feeling like this. And I said, okay, I understand. And he said, thank you for understanding. How was your day? Okay, I'll leave you alone right now. He didn't even give me a second to respond to that. And I said,
Wait,
bro,
yeah,
you gave
he
me
asked. I was gonna
Yeah, I
say
remember
he
this.
asked about your day, but like, did he not like let you
Exactly.
respond?
I said, bro, you gave me 2 minutes to respond. I was doing the dishes. My day was good. I just didn't do anything much. Just good vibes. I did, however, finish a level in a game I play. How was your day? And he said, I don't know. It just seemed like you didn't want to talk to me.
Oh my god.
It's-
Is anything about his day not related to you?
Nothing is ever good enough
Exactly.
for him. Nothing's ever good enough for
Oh
him.
my
It's really not.
god.
I don't know what he like wanted.
Riley, what do you even want?
I don't know. He said, I genuinely can't tell when you want to talk or want to be left alone. And I said, sorry, I'm busy today. He said, is that all you have to say? Just ignore everything I said. Whatever. I said, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do anything wrong. I was just saying that I'm busy. That's why I didn't message you. And he said, but that's not really an answer. You just kind of said it. What do you want me to say then, bro? I said, okay, sorry for not making it clear then. He said, okay, do you want me to leave you alone? I said, yes, I'm busy today. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. Like, I have to tell you every fucking thing that happens in my life. Anyway, said, okay, I have a question, and it's okay if you don't respond, but I genuinely wonder, do you even want to be my friend? Also, I want to know if you talked to anyone about what was going on between us when we weren't talking. Rachel. Don't just ignore me, Rachel. Just forget it. I don't know why I tried.
Oh,
The
the
answer was
double name
yes.
call.
Hold up.
The double name
Yeah,
call.
okay,
that
Dude,
was-
this guy
Rachel.
is awful.
So that the whole like I have a question, it's okay if you don't want to respond was on the 18th, and then I ignored him until the 28th, and he said hello. I want to talk. So basically, okay, guys, you might want to eat your popcorn a little faster.
God.
I want to talk. So basically, I love you, and I really want to be your best friend.
What?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
bro, no, get
yeah.
out with this one.
Yeah, wrap it up. You can wrap it up.
Just
bro.
wrap it
Yeah,
up,
it's
bro.
over.
But if you keep treating me
Absolute
like this,
cinema.
just wrap it up, bro.
but if you keep treating me like this, if you keep ghosting me, if you keep yelling at me every time I have a problem,
I'm
then I'm
not gonna
done.
love you
I
anymore.
mean it.
Oh no.
I don't like how you treat me, and I'm willing to work on it with you. But if you just ignore and ghost me, then we can't work on it. Also, I don't like how you constantly criticize my need for reassurance. Do you know what social anxiety is? Do you know what it does, bro? Let me tell you. Okay.
Oh my god.
What was he even diagnosed anyways? Like you're the one who's like.
I have a feeling he
I know.
wasn't.
Do you know what it does? Does it make you it makes you think everyone hates you for no reason. And I don't know if you meant it, but to me it sounded like you think it's something I can control. I can't control it. I wish I could fix everything about myself and stop being a burden, but I can't. I also don't like how you just randomly ghosted me for no reason. Is it something I said? Is it something I did? Or do you just hate me?
Oh, bro.
So I don't know what the
I-
definition of a narcissist is.
This, it's a bad trap you get
But,
stuck
like-
in. I don't think he's getting out of it
If you
anytime
look it up,
soon.
if you look up the definition, his picture will pop up, okay?
Hmm.
Is
Also,
that
I
what a
noticed how
narcissist is? Like, is this narcissistic?
Yes,
don't-
yes.
Is it okay?
It is.
Okay, I was gonna say because like it's reminding me of like a people pleaser narcissist combo, which is the worst combo ever, and this is what it is.
That's what my dad said. That's what my dad said.
Yeah, he's right.
He said, is it something I did? Or do you just hate me? Also, I noticed you only started acting like this since me and blank started dating. I'm really trying to be your friend here. We could talk about this later, but we need to talk about this today. And I'm not settling for anything less. It's today and only today. I should have just fucking ignored him.
Oh my.
I
Today
should've
only
just, like, ignored him.
today? Is he serious?
And I
Bro.
said, here's my response. I have no excuse. I'm sorry that I ghosted you. To be honest, I don't know what I want anymore. I still care about you deeply. I love you still. That's not going to change. As a friend, of course. I'm
Wait,
sorry
what?
it seemed like I was yelling at you. I swear I wasn't. Yes, I know what social anxiety and paranoia is. I have it myself. That's one of the reasons why I stopped talking abruptly, because I get scared of talking to you. I shake and my stomach hurts because every time I try to explain, it turns into an argument, and I'm tired of being stressed all the time. I'm tired, and I know that's not an excuse. I know my actions have hurt you, and it has nothing to do with your partner. It's really not. And no, I don't hate you. And he said, do you still want to be friends? Why are you scared of talking to me? Rachel, don't leave. I said, I'm still here. He
I don't
said,
like the name
"Okay."
calling. That like it makes
Yeah.
it
Oh my
way
God.
worse.
He would always just text me my name, and it scares the crap out of me every time. Oh my God. Anyway,
That kind of
he
things,
said,
yeah, it's on
okay.
purpose.
He said, I'll let you explain what's going on, and I'll try my best not making an argument. And I like it if you did the same, okay? And I said, okay. He said, can you go first? And I said, I don't know what I want anymore. I don't know. I'm conflicted and tired. I never mean to make you feel bad, but it seems to always happen, and I don't know what to do specifically. And I don't know why it's always me. I'm sorry I'm not the most reliable, and I apologize for that, but I also feel mistreated too. I don't like it. And I don't know how to explain it in a way that would make sense and not sound terribly rude, because that's the last thing I want. But I'll try. I feel guilt tripped. I'm not sure if you realize that's something you do sometimes. I know it's mostly you trying to find out what you did wrong, but when you say things like, I know you hate me, or it sounded like you hate me, I feel terrible when it's just the way I talk. I know that you're trying to express how you're feeling, but there's better ways to do that, like asking what I meant by something instead of jumping straight to me hating you because I've said multiple times that I don't. And I know you don't mean it in that way. I know you're trying to say how you feel. I get it. But also, if you jump to conclusions and not take things at face value, at the end of the day, I'm not responsible for how you feel about my tone of voice or the way you misinterpret something. And I'm sorry if that sounded rude at all. I'm trying to tell you how I feel. I just don't know anymore.
That was so well said.
Thank you. And he said, "Can you just answer my question? Do you want to be friends? Yes or no?"
You
Just,
tried
like,
your best.
completely
You
ignored.
tried your best, and he actually just ignored you.
He just
What do
completely
you?
ignored everything
What
I
do you
freaking said.
do? Like, what do you do? Wow.
Anyway, and he says, "I do, but if nothing is going to change at all, and if this is going to keep happening every week where I'm anxious to the point where I feel like I'm going to vomit, then I don't want to. I care for you and I love you, but man, I don't know." And he said, "To be honest, I feel the same way. I really want this to work. I really want to work with you on this stuff, but I can't if I'm the only one putting the effort." What?
Bro, this is like selective hearing. No, this is selective
Wait.
hearing.
Selective reading.
Selective reading.
And okay, that's exactly why I don't go on calls with him because he would, oh my god, he would start yelling at me and I start crying. Anyway,
Oh my
he
god.
said,
Whoa, wait. What?
This
Where
is
did the what?
new. This is
okay, wait, I'm
new.
not done. And he
Okay.
Seems
said,
like I need to press him.
"You're gonna go insane at this." And he said, "I don't think it's fair if you complain about nothing changing when you don't respond for weeks. I'm willing to work and change things, but you also have to be willing to work and change things. You haven't changed a minuscule the second I met you." Oh my god.
I
He
feel like we've
said,
all
I
Guys,
changed. We've all
guys,
changed
I
as
know-
people since like freshman year. I
I
don't
know-
think he has a single bit.
Okay, and I said, "Okay, I understand. I'm sorry I ghosted you this week. I know that was a fault of mine." He said, "Yes, it was. How do you think we can improve on this?"
This
I'm still mad at you
guy.
for
He doesn't
Who
Oh my
does
god.
he think he is, bro?
What do you?
I'm
Yes, you.
still mad at I'm still mad at you for ghosting me. I cried last night. Last night I cried myself to sleep because I thought you hated me. And I said, "I don't hate you. I'm sorry for making you feel that way, and you have every right to be mad at me." He said, "How do you think we can fix things?" I said, "Do you have an idea?" I can only think that we should just try to slowly talk more often instead of trying to jump back like nothing happened. He said, "I don't know what you mean by that." I said, "Like just ask each other about our days and then progressively talk about other things. I don't know. I've never been in a situation like this." And he said, "Can I say something?" Bro, just ignore. Oh my god.
Dude, this
He
guy.
said again.
He just gotta give me a real person.
Who does he think he is, bro?
I don't know. And he said, "Last time you ghosted me, I felt like I couldn't bring up anything that bothered me. I always felt like I had to step on eggshells around you, and that I'm one word away from you blowing up at me. And I want to make a promise that you'll actually listen to what I have to say instead of just getting angry." It took me a couple weeks before I could talk about my feelings at all. You genuinely make me feel like a burden. And to be honest, I feel like one. I'm not trying to guilt trip you. I'm trying to get you to understand that listening to me and talking about things and communication means a lot to me. And before you ghosted me, I wanted to bring things up that bothered me, but I felt like you wouldn't care about anything that I have to say. Let that sink in. Don't just say "I'm sorry," move on. There were days when I genuinely felt like vomiting even thinking about it. But where were you? Not there when you were ghosting me for no reason. I'm sorry if that's rude, but that's what happened. That's all I have to say. It's like he's trying to It's like he's trying to like take he he did this a lot. He tries to like as soon as I say something that bothers me or like I like say something that he's never heard of, he takes my words from me. Like one time I told him, "You're flipping your words on me," or something like that, or you're flipping my words. And he ever since I said that, he started using that. And right now, in this text, he said, "There are days where I genuinely feel like vomiting. Think about it." I said that before he even ever mentioned it.
Bro. Also, what? I'm going back to like when he cried himself to sleep because. Bro. Also, no, that wasn't even it. It was one word away from you blowing up. When did you ever blow up on him? What's he talking about?
Exactly. The only time I ever got mad at him was in that argument. Is in this argument. Like that's literally I don't get mad. Mad. When I get mad, you will be able to tell because people have said to me, like this sounds so pick me, but people have said to me that I'm scary when I'm mad. Never have I ever yelled at him. Has he yelled at me? Yes. Have I cried? Yes. I am one of the people you can come to about anything, and I probably won't be mad at you most of the time. I said, "I understand that, and I promise to listen to you, and I'm sorry that I made you feel like you have to walk on eggshells around me. You don't have to. I'm sorry if I got angry at you for no reason." And he said, "Thank you for apologizing. I'm sorry that you feel sick whenever you talk to me. Do you feel sick now?" I said, "No, I feel okay, and I'm not lying, I promise." And he said, "Okay, it's your chance to talk now." I said, "I don't know what else to say or got to add on. I think I got
You
it
can
off my
talk
chest."
now.
He said, "I'd like it if you started conversations from now on. I generally can't tell when you want to talk or not." I said, "I could do that." And he said, "Please don't just randomly ghost me. It's not fun for me at all." And I said, "I know, I'm sorry." I said, "I'm sorry about making you feel bad. I'm gonna leave you alone now." He said, "All right, I text you first next time. I promise to listen to you." And that was it.
Oh man,
He is
dude,
insane.
he's pried so many sorry. Like for like every sorry he's pried out of you, I actually like get more mad.
I know.
Dude, like, I genuinely want to go impress him.
But it's also partly my fault, as you can see for the amazing fan art. I'm a people pleaser.
Yeah, well, that's the thing
You
though.
let go on for a
And
little
that's
too long.
that's not really your
He
fault
knew
though.
that.
Like
He was taking advantage
he was
of
taking
it.
advantage.
He knew that.
He took advantage of that.
Yeah. Thank
I
you
mean-
for you guys listening to me ramble. I think most of November we barely talked because that was like right after October because the fight. Most of November I don't think we talked because the entire argument and that whole fight was at the end of October. Because okay, thing is he wanted to do Halloween with me, but I for real just went to my friend's house. Not I went with Adriana and my sister to my other friend's house, the one I went to that festival with, the second day. So we did trick or treating over there in her neighborhood. Her neighborhood is humongous. It looks like neighborhood. It's straight out of a
Neighborhood.
movie. Anyway,
All right, and we all okay now. Now we're on Gavin playing Zarya on Overwatch. You're good, Rachel.
okay. So after the entire fight in October, our plans for Halloween did not work out because originally he wanted to come to my neighborhood. I did not want him there, but Scott wanted to come to my neighborhood, but that didn't work out. So I went trick or treating in my other friend's neighborhood with Adriana and my little sister. We had a great grand time. It was actually so fun. Her neighborhood looks like it's straight out of a movie. um, so most of November, I don't think we really talked much for November, except for him bringing up the idea we should do a Secret Santa with me, him, his partner, Adriana, Kyle, Kyle's girlfriend, and Ivan. So you could only imagine how that went.
It's actually just the
He-
death combo. Like what was that?
Yeah.
So oh boy, this is a lot. So it started out like, okay, let's organize this thing. We got the names, we got like the wish lists for everyone. So we made a group chat, and everyone is in group chat. So I actually get very nervous in group chats. Social anxiety thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jaden, I remember. I think they were asking for which Secret Santa website you used. I remember asking you which one it was.
Oh,
This was the reason. This is exactly what it was for. I remember asking you for it.
Oh, like vaguely remember.
I kind of just watched everything happen, and this dude, Kyle, was tired of Scott. Scott was being so rude for no reason. Oh my gosh. And I don't even know if this is part of the reason why his partner broke up with him. Just seeing how rude he is to all of us, and we're supposed to be his friends. And okay, so one of the big things that had me so mad was Kyle's girlfriend. We're gonna call her Lola. Kyle's girlfriend Lola. She didn't have enough money to buy a present, so she was like, "Can I make one? She's an artist as well." And we were like, "Yeah, sure." Literally, no one had a problem with it except for Scott.
Why?
And
Why did he even have a problem with it?
I'm about to tell. He came to me and he was like, I don't really like the fact that Lola is gonna draw. And I was like, why? It's just a gift. She can draw like your favorite characters or like you if you want. And he was like, I know, but it's just like everyone's gonna buy stuff, and I don't think anyone would want a drawing. And you said that it takes you a long time to draw, boy.
Okay,
Number
I-
Oh,
one,
he's actually
I-
a bad person.
Wouldn't it be
Me
more
and
meaningful if it takes a long time?
Yeah.
me and Lola are two different people. And the reason why I said it takes me a long time to draw stuff is because you wanted to keep making me draw stuff for you, and I didn't want to work on it. So that's why I said that. And he was like, yeah, but he said like something along the lines, like saying, he didn't say it was tacky, but it kind of sounded like he was saying it's tacky for a drawing for a Secret Santa. And I was like, dude,
I agree. I
Literally-
agree like 10%
Ivan,
of
I'm
the
sorry.
way.
I would take it.
Like,
I would take
I
it.
would take it. Yeah, I would take it. But like,
It's
kind
Secret
of see where he's
Santa.
coming from, but he's making it sound like
like
it's
like
like
it
the
doesn't-
worst idea.
It's like the gift sound meaningless. Like it'd be
Right.
a nice like
Like
gift.
it does stand out from like the
Like,
other gifts that are all
if-
being bought, but like
Yes,
If
wouldn't- I
my
wouldn't complain.
friends made me something rather than
Exactly.
buy me
Yeah,
something,
if-
I'd be like, yo, that's awesome.
right, if anything, that'd be better than buying something. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, because she's putting thought into it and she's putting her time and effort into it, and she's doing her best because she didn't have money and she wants to participate. So I had no problem with it. No one, literally no one in the freaking group chat had a problem with it. Only him, only him. And he came to me about that. I was like, come on, dude. And he was like being straight up rude to her. Like, I don't know. I think, Ivan, do you remember what happened? Because I don't want to go back and read that. In case
Let
I
me try
wasn't
to
really
remember.
like reading it because you were actually like talking in there. 'Cause
He
I
was being
wasn't.
really rude to most of the people in there. And then
Yeah.
I remember
He was actually
I remember
comboing
texting
everybody.
I remember texting Kyle one day, like being like, "Oh, you want me to just talk to him
Because he
about
was
this?"
straight up rude to Lola, and Kyle, he's like 3 months younger than me. Okay, so we grew up as siblings basically, and he doesn't take shit from people who mess with people he's close with. Like he hates it. He hates it. Anyway,
It's bro,
continue,
that's
Ivan.
it's literally me.
That's why we love Kyle.
Exactly.
I mean, Dylan's talking to Kyle. We thought he was cool. That's why we love Kyle.
Yeah, Rad and Cow to the group chat.
Kyle's the next member.
Yeah, he's a secret next member.
After the whole, it fizzled out because Kyle freaking blocked him because he was done with his bowl, and Ivan said it's really crazy that actually made me so mad because Adriana is such the sweetest person you'd ever meet. Like she's a little bit of an airhead, I will admit, but she
He
is
didn't like that very much.
the sweetest thing ever. I love her dearly. And he straight up told Ivan, I'll try to find a screenshot of what he said exactly.
I
but
can
he's-
give the great meltdown play by play actually.
Okay.
I'll save the whole thing. Okay, so this is in the Secret Santa group chat. Ben one day was like, "Anyone want to play Fortnite?" Me and Adriana said sure, because I still played Fortnite at the time. So I was like, "Why not?" Or either I'd still play at the time, or I hadn't in a long time. But I hadn't in a while, and I decided to join them, and it was fine. I thought it was gonna be fine, but like him and Adriana had a bad interaction beforehand. He like asked a question to me, but it's in a group chat, and she didn't realize it was targeted to me. So he got like really mad about it, even though like of course
I think you
it's
told
in
me
a
this.
group chat. Yeah, I definitely have. I didn't think anything of it, but like I definitely should have realized this was not gonna be a good time. So we play Fortnite, and I'm kind of the only one really doing anything because like they all suck, but like it's fun still because like it's just stupid. And I don't know why Kyle was like actually crashing out at Adriana the whole time.
Always crashes out.
I don't know why he was crashing out the whole time, or like little things she'd do. Like imagine like someone standing in the doorway. Imagine just like get through like a door, still standing in the doorway, and then you actually like full screaming at them for that. Like there's no reason to be like that mad at someone like standing in your way in Fortnite. And like the whole game was like that, even though like no one was taking the game seriously except him for some reason. He isn't that good to begin with, so I don't know why he was taking it that seriously.
I have it. He straight up.
Find it.
He's okay. I don't have it. Hang on. Wait. I can find it real fast though. Hang on. I have a hack to find it real fast. Should I just read him? Ivan.
Go for it.
Scott's talking about how the whole group chat, like the Secret Santa group chat, annoys him. Ivan said, "Is she on the annoy list or anyone else in the group chat?" Scott said, 5 months ago she wasn't, but now she is. Most everyone in the group chat except you and Ray are in the middle, but Rachel's on the annoy list. And he said, "Okay, I see." Or Ivan said, "Okay, I see. These screenshots are confusing me." And Ivan said, "Try to pinpoint one specific thing someone has done to you." Scott said, "Just like super scared of anyone being the tiniest bit mean." Or Kyle is just like super scared of anyone being the tiniest bit mean, which is crazy because sounds like you. And he said, "Adriana is fine. I have no problem, but she just includes herself in stuff when Lola is just the same as Kyle." But the edited message about Adriana, the first draft said, "Adriana is just plain dumb sometimes and includes herself in stuff." Whoa, Ivan, when you sent me that screenshot, I saw red. I actually was so
No,
mad.
actually crashing out.
No, I remember sitting there like,
He acts like one interaction with one person is the whole person they are. If that makes sense.
No.
It does
Bro,
make
we're playing
sense.
Fortnite. It was not that serious at any point.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. He takes
Everything's
things
like
seriously
everything's like
a
the
lot.
opposite with this guy. Or everything's just
Yes. He thinks one interaction with someone is how they act the whole time.
She wasn't like bad or anything. I had fun.
Sheesh. It's a freaking video game. And I told him, okay, one time we were playing Fortnite, and I told him it's not that serious because he got mad or something, and he freaking left the call. It's literally not that serious. It's a freaking video game.
Never rage quit from Fortnite ever. All the
I
tournaments been
have.
all the tournaments been Gavin to play. I've never once rage quit from Fortnite.
Oh
I rage
man.
quit mid match from Fortnite.
And I don't really remember what happened after December, but I do know that me, Adriana, Kyle, and Lola, we all had a party for New Year's at my house without him. Yep,
As you should have.
exactly.
every party is a good party when he's not there.
Yes, yes, and I think that's pretty much like 'cause I don't remember anything else from that point. That's pretty much like when we stopped like really talking, because that was back in January. I don't think we talked that much. If we did, I don't remember. It was probably something like so insignificant. Yeah, that's the story, everyone.
Okay, I need to like think of like
Actual
what to say. 'Cause
tragic,
Actually,
few
the
months.
past like hour, I've been just getting the most ridiculous. Like I've only heard this kind of stuff on like videos where like at the end
You're
the
just
like
like
the person who's
shocked.
affected like himself or something.
Mm.
So
Just
I don't know. It's like
How's it been without him? How's it been without him?
yeah. How's it been without him?
lovely. It's
Significantly better than yesterday.
amazing. Yes, I can focus on my studies. I can
Happiness
draw when
levels
I
up
want.
500%. Productivity up 500%.
Yes.
Actual just life better.
And I'm so excited for this summer. I'm gonna have so much fun this summer. I'm gonna hang out with my friends when I want to. When we make plans and good plans, not just let's hang out at the park for no reason plans.
Not just let's sit
And
here and not say anything and then complain about
yes,
not saying anything.
And you get
and
mad when you're not saying anything.
yeah, and then we're gonna all uh do draw together, and we're all gonna have so much fun. And I
Yeah,
might
and
go
you
to
get another season
California.
of this.
Yes, might go to California this summer. So excited.
Good thing it wasn't like all that stuff didn't happen this summer because this summer was like the last like one of
The
the,
last
I guess
real
pretty
summer.
much like the last like real
Oh,
summer.
wait. Okay, wait. I do have a little bit more to add on.
Alright, go
It's
for it.
something so it's something small, but the Secret Santa, I had bought him a gift because I think he also bought me a gift, but it was a freaking CD, and I shouldn't have wasted my $20 on it. I might sell it. uh, but
Any buyers,
he
you can
like
send a link to the
like back in March, he wanted to meet up so we can give each other our gifts, and I was originally planning that day like to tell him straight up, like after we give exchange gifts, like we're not friends anymore, dude. Don't talk to me. But my friend was
talk
actually
Don't
to
my
put the
friend.
Prim
name
Harry.
Talk
really.
to me, don't come. I was thinking the same thing.
Oh my god, I had
Don't
like the
come by
whole
my house.
scenario like in my head. I was like, if he, because my mom was like, "Are you sure you want to go? Cause he sounds toxic," and she was like scared of me like getting hurt or something. I was like,
You don't
you
say.
know, Mom, if he lays his hands on me, I'm gonna punch him, like
Hmm.
straight up. Cause my dad told me like if he puts his hands on you, you punch him. I was like, okay.
Good.
So that was my original
Good.
plan anyway. I was gonna punch him, run, and I was gonna tell my dad like, hey, wait around the corner, cause I'm gonna punch a guy. But that didn't happen because my friend came over. She saved me from that torturous experience. That's pretty much everything.
Was that 2 hours of straight Scott?
Hour and a
Yep,
half.
Scott. So if you guys want to invite me back on here so I can talk about the other things at some point, anytime you want, I'm free to.
Third part right now?
For sure.
No,
We're in part
no.
3
Not
right now.
I'm tired out. I'm tired out.
Oh my gosh, that was really good. Here, do we have any last things? I know there was a lot to say there. I feel like there's a few things that might have slipped.
Alright,
Maybe you wanna say
TLDR,
something.
Scott's a manipulator, not a good person.
You guys.
If you
really
made it this
freaked out.
far, if you did, then thank you.
You guys really freaked out when I said he made me cry on call. Yeah.
Dude,
We would
I
have
want to press him
like
so
Okay,
bad.
that's actually.
we would have like these long calls where we would just like he would try to like talk about deep stuff, and then we'd like be
What's, like-
watching like a YouTube
What's like
video
deep
at the
stuff?
same
Like
time.
what's he trying to
Yeah.
talk
Like-
about? It's like deep.
Not psychological. What's the word? Physiological
Physiological.
Physiological.
things like that, like just like how like life is, like how we think about life and whatever stuff like that. But the thing is, that was like every single conversation we had. Like he would try to make it as deep as possible. That's not.
That
If you're
seems
gonna be
like
best friends with someone,
he's trying to make it deep, but it seems actually more the opposite. Like, it seems like really shallow. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't have anything like deep to talk about usually.
right?
Like, we don't
when
have-
you talk about deep
thing is-
stuff, like you talk about life.
we
Like, come on.
yes, we don't have any like inside jokes. Like I feel like if you have a best friend, you have inside jokes.
Yeah, we all got our inside jokes with each other and like
Definitely.
one on
The reason
one.
why we don't is because
Shit
every time I
Shit
try to.
bargaining.
They go in waves. We have them in
For
waves. Like, there's always a new one.
Because
Yeah.
every time I would try to talk to him about like joke with him, he would get so offended. So that's why we don't have any jokes.
How do you like nerf his own friendship?
He's self-sabotaging.
He'd always ruin my jokes. I was to crash out because he'd always ruin my jokes. Like, trying to be funny, like I'll do like the thing where I like repeat the same joke over and over again until people start laughing.
Yes,
and he, like, gets
okay,
mad,
sometimes-
like-
Sometimes Jaden will make a joke that isn't funny, but he'll repeat it until it becomes funny, and it works. It works usually. I don't know why he'd get actually mad at
This
that
guy
though.
doesn't wouldn't like it.
Like we all found it funny how he'd repeat it until it just kind of became funny eventually.
He takes everything so seriously all the time, and I think he needs to chillax, because that's where most of his problems come from. Him not chilling out. Yep, that's Scott. That is Scott.
Once Scott figures out this about him, it's over.
He's actually so
He's gonna
cooked.
immediately know. He's gonna immediately know. I'm gonna block
We
him
should just like
from my
leave
phone.
his real name like one time in the whole video. Just
No.
yeah.
No. We don't want to
No,
dox him
we're-
now. Come on.
we're not gonna do
I'm
that,
not. I'm
yeah.
not that low.
Yeah. No.
Imagine if Dylan was here. I miss it.
I mean, we're even. He's still in the call.
I miss him. He's been here the whole time.
He's in the call.
He's actually been sitting here listening.
He's
to
actually
us.
been spectating the whole time.
I'm waiting for his hey guys.
Right.
Sleep, probably, maybe.
Nah, he wouldn't do that.
No, he's in sleep.
He just
Did
doesn't.
he like?
He'll text us about like Siege at 5 in the morning. He's not asleep.
Wait, so is the episode done?
All right.
Yeah,
we're
I
ready to
would say
wrap
it's
this up
about
now.
done. Let's do.
Thank you.
Should we get to the
To the
outro?
outro. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. This is actually really good. I wasn't even expecting like half the stuff you're saying, like, because I've had like a lot of screenshots from Ivan. And I'm like, oh wow, this guy sucks. But I was like, it was really hard for me to like keep on, like,
Yeah.
to, like hold on to like what's I couldn't even tell what's happening. And now it's all just spelled out for me. And now I know he's just
Like-
actually awful.
Yeah. You think you know someone, but you never really do.
That's
You guys
yeah,
really
and that,
all
that goes for
called
like
it.
anybody.
Yes. It really
Yeah.
does.
If you see any of these red flags, actually just run away from anyone with those
Yes.
red flags.
For future reference.
Just have someone who can pull you out of those situations too. That's very nice.
Yes. My parents are very involved too, so they tell me when they think something's wrong.
And if they say something's wrong, they're definitely
listen.
correct. Yes, always
Yes.
listen. Yes.
Yes. Anyway,
Well, I think that's about the end of the episode. Yeah, thank you again, Rachel, for being on here. This is pretty good.
yes. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we'll probably have you back on here later.
Yes, I will never miss a chance to talk about something that bothers me, because that's when something bothers me, I don't think it ever goes away.
Well, that's about the end of the episode. For those of you who are listening on Spotify, welcome, because this is the first episode recorded that'll be on Spotify. Those of you on YouTube, make sure to check us out on Spotify. I mean, it's about the same thing, but if you want to listen with your phone turned off and you don't have YouTube Premium, well, there you go. Well, I think that's about everything. Thank you guys for listening. If you even made it this far, well, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.